And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is still the University Alliance Cup, the second season featuring Valorant, and the top 12 collegiate Valorant teams are all here, all from all over the Philippines, competing to raise the campus torch. Prize pool over 100,000 pesos, and of course, the right to call themselves the best in the country, and more importantly, scholarship grants for their orgs. You know the spiel. We'll be your shoutcasters for this next match. I'm Hyron, not Hydro, and with me is Yusuke. Do stay hydrated though, but what's up?
What's up? It's everything's been going great so
Mhm.
far. In terms of UAC season
Mhm.
number dos, we've had some great games. Some of them close in DLSU. Just proving everyone out there that we're defending champions. Sure, they're
Yeah, definitely. They proved themselves to be
right.
quite consistent as well. Viridius Auticus name a well. All of these teams, all these schools that are here right now in our Division A are like alliance orgs as well. So they have been part of AcadArena for quite a while. They do have tenure as well. So if you guys want to check out, if you guys want to bring collegiate esports to your school, just check out acadarena.com/alliance. But yeah, we're gonna come up to MU, Mapua University Manila MGS Phase or Mapua Gaming Society versus the Mustang Warriors here from University of San Carlos. So let's take a look at our player map. Our featured player matchup here, Non versus Fire Cision here. Look at those stats on Fire Cision.
No, Fire Cyanogen
Cyanogen,
just
yes.
eating charge for the side of the Mustang Warriors. Last
Mhm.
season, I believe their record was 2-3, and this season they're undefeated. So let's see if
Mhm.
they can keep up this streak. It's really surprising to see them step up. And I'm pretty sure no one really expected this from their side. And
Yeah.
from Mapua, uh, hopefully for one of our resident Mapua alumni, I think, always
Mhm.
that they win.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
they've been doing what they can so far, to just come. They always fall short sometimes when it comes to the latter
Mhm.
portions of the matches. I'm not sure if it's fatigue or they just lost their sense
Yeah,
of
I do hope that they can
tactics.
step up here because these
Right.
stats, because Nan usually plays like the duelist, right? Entry frags usually plays the Reina. Meanwhile, Fire Cyjan plays like either Raze or Jet, whichever he feels like
Mm-hmm.
playing. And these stats do not reflect well on the Mapua University squad. So I hope they get out of that slump that they're in and find that spark to get that game on here in UAC because you who want to be performing well, you don't want to be facing off against the top teams from Division B during the promotion matches. So they really need to step up their game here. But yeah, so far, one thing I do have to ask though, because I was not part of UAC in a previous split, so I'll have to ask with how USC has been performing is how have there where are the star players right now? Fire Sergeant beat as well as Ramen, Beats and Ramen, were they part of the roster from the previous UAC season?
Yeah, I think they were.
Mm-hmm.
I was I'm actually
If
very surprised
mhm.
because these players they didn't really perform the same way that they did this season as that of last season. So
Mhm.
I'm not sure if they decided to watch a lot or were just really pissed at themselves before, but now they're just playing a whole different level for their team. Honestly.
Yeah, either way, it's great that they're finding that synergy between them, that they're finding the mechanical ability as well as the strats for their team. Because as I hope they're also honing themselves not only as like a roster but also an organization as well, right? Like it's very important. So, for example, maybe once Ramen, Beast, and Fireside and graduate, someone has to fill those roles, fill those slots in their team, in their organization, and leaving behind a what do you call it? A legacy is something that's very important in collegiate esports. And I'm really hoping that these three star players from the Mustang Warriors from San Carlos, they're able to impart some of their skill and knowledge in terms of training in the next generation of from the Warriors arena here in USC. As for MGS, well, want to they're not 0-3 is not that's the important thing. That means they're still in this competition here in the University Alliance Cup.
Right, I have
So
to agree with you on that.
Icebox.
They obviously have
Ooh.
to step up because last
Mm-hmm.
season they had record of 3-2, and right now they're falling a bit.
Even,
Have to win their next consecutive. But with that said, here we've got our map picks.
mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, no icebox
Yeah, no
pick
Icebox. I'm
anymore.
so sad. That's
I,
my favorite.
I
Okay.
feel like we only
But,
had a glimpse of it
mm-hmm.
game. And there we
We
go.
did.
Our leftover. We've Bind. So I think, yeah, it seems we will be set with Bind, and the side of MU will select defenders for the. All right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Would you say that bind? Would you say that that's a good decision here for the mages, or rather for MGS, being defender side on sorry, I almost said Icebox. I love Icebox too much. On bind, would you say that's a favorable position for them, being the team that's, you would say, the underdog in this matchup? Would that be a good decision for them to go with?
I feel like it's best for them to play defenders
First, yeah.
because when you're attackers, it's consecutively harder because you're carrying that spike. You have to plant that spike, and then after planting it, you're gonna have to defend that spike. Make sure they don't fuse it. If you're defenders, it's just straight point. Just make sure they don't to the side, and if you manage to spike, that's where it gets more harder.
It gets
But
dicey.
generally, right, it's more difficult to play as attacker. Again, it depends on
The
who
map
you
and the
play
comps,
as,
yeah.
of course. But at the end of the day, you're always gonna sides. So some people like to play the side they're not good at first. So later
That's
they
valid.
can make up for the losses. But if I was in this position, the way that's harder for me, make sure we can adapt to the style
Yeah,
of the opponent.
that's actually
Because,
very valid.
yeah, because obviously when you start switching sides, it's always common to say, oh, when they switch sides, it go down a little bit, move it's different because the attackers are defenders. Some people don't care about that. Just the momentum still carries on. So you just want to take advantage of what you can do now to make sure you don't suffer as much.
Yeah,
You have
it's
to
also
keep the score battle.
it's actually more than the comp and the map itself on whether you want to play which side first. It's also the team mental, as
Right.
you described. But here, I think the play here for MU going defender first is that it's a little bit easier. They're less pressured because as a defender, the pressure is on the attackers to make a move, and the defenders can just chill and do their jobs. And I guess the play here for the MGS squad is to at least establish a small lead on defender side. Hopefully for them, establish a small lead in defender side, which gives them a little bit of a cushion when they do go attacker side. That might be the line of thinking here.
Yeah, honestly, they have to thread the waters carefully.
But as for the Warriors, I'm feeling that they're super comfortable either way here. They do have some very, very competent duelists here. I mean, so Ramen. So Beats isn't playing here, but Fire Surgeon and Ramen still. These are two very, very competent duelist players. So I'm expecting a lot of aggressive entries from both of these guys. As for Spades, they're going to have to be ready for those, ready for the Leers, ready for when they swing. And that's going to be a real test of whether MGS Spades can keep it up in the University Alliance Cup.
And looking at their agent composition here, it's not that similar of the last match we had in Bind.
Ooh.
Got a breach. It's going to be really important because people underestimate what's great about his ultimate is it can actually stop the fuses and planting of the spike. So if, let's say, the time ticks to 10 seconds or 4 seconds, like the only time they have left to plant that spike, as soon as Breach whips out that ult and it hits whoever's planting the over the round, you're disrupting while they're planting. And
I feel like, yeah.
we've
I
also
feel like in
got a
Bind,
Brimstone for the, what's up with Bind?
Choose your agent.
On Breach?
There's a lot of on Breach. Like there's a lot of walls that and the blind on Breach is very, very difficult to avoid,
Right.
especially with all the corners here. But yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, I think it's a great composition here that we've got our Brimstone also with them. That Smokes is gonna come greatly in handy, especially his ultimate, mixing it with Breach's Rolling Thunder. That's gonna be a hit for the side of the Warriors. But before we get into this game, look at the shots we've got of Bind here. Thank you for production team.
Prod team doing work here for our Valorant stream as well. Ooh, okay, so Bind. Let's get right into it for MGS Spades from Mapua University versus the Mustang Warriors from University of San Carlos. Let's get right into it for first round. This is a best of one round robin, so these guys are going to have to give it their all here and really give it their all, like I said. So for pistol round here and MJ's phase, it's really the red carpet that sets up the following few rounds. So Mapua University here, the mages, they need to weather the storm here, because I'm pretty sure University of San Carlos, they are used to, like I said, the aggression, the duelist, the young talent here. I just got word that Fire Session should have checked the roster, by the way. But yeah, Fire Session is actually first year, so already having this great talent, all that's there to it is to really hone the synergy with the rest of the team, as well as to continue sharpening that talent, because that is a huge asset here for the Warrior squad. But let's see. I'm gonna reach out there and trying to clear that as well. Mapua University just defending. The University of San Carlos not swinging right just yet, but they are converging around B side from both long and short here. Alan Drone does not catch anyone, I believe, but they're going to come in. Ramen comes through with a pistol out. He is going to get revealed here by the tripwire, but it seems like the rest of Mapua University is not ready here, as Fire Saiyajin with a frenzy is in a frenzy indeed and catches them out. About to approach the dark cover here, but unable to get a good angle onto Ghost. I have to see how this all plays out. They're just waiting for them to peek. Will someone go out through elbow? I don't think they're going to make that move just yet, as Ghost peeks through with the outfire on the classic. That is going to come through for Seijin. Oh, Lord, that's a fast first round.
And looking at the replay here, they just moved in perfectly. Recon Ball tagged one, Fire Saiyajin gets one onto Camilio. Ramen with that Cloud Burst, perfect to hide his position there. Fire Saiyajin with an additional 2k to his name. I mean, managed to dink one, then the second one, then back to the first one, and then finishes off second one. That's I've never seen that, honestly, but it worked well for him. And when it came to the post plant position, they worked in synergy, and when Fire Saiyajin got cancelled out there in elbow, Mapua University,
Ramen with a judge though. He's gonna come in with a tailwind forward, coming through into Lamps to get the hit onto Ghost. That's one huge judge burst right there. Zerainer trying to make some defense, but against a Spectre, it's not gonna fly with a headshot. Oh, have to dodge that concuss. Will he catch it? Though the judge actually comes through, and Ramen with a judge on the Jet here, just going crazy. Only remaining member here is the Silva Kumaleo. He is the best performing, most consistent player on Mapua, but it's gonna be, can he clutch it against 5 here? It doesn't really have anything to save either, so this is gonna be tough for Mapua, because this is momentum building up for the San Carlos squad.
I really love what San Carlos did here, because for the previous games, look at that, Camilio completely managed to get Como in that kill, but it was not enough. You got a weapon mismatch there. But back to what I was saying, they did something that the previous teams did not when it came to the second round. They actually went for force buy when they didn't really have to. I can't really categorize it as a force buy. What I can say is that they opted to buy the rifle instead of saving on pistols or Spectre. Fire Saiyajin did have that Spectre, but Tomo went for the Vandal, if I'm not mistaken, and we don't often see that. In the second round, usually there's a couple of Stingers or Spectres, but ever since the Stinger got nerfed, not so much people use it anymore, unfortunately. And right now, Mapua here, they just have to be really careful, but they're going for a push, completely failed that one. Fire Saiyajin and Tomo, man, 2 of them on that play.
And that just sets up the rest of it for Ramen as well. Still on the judge here. Seems like the signature gun on this Jet in the early rounds. Can he get more of these kills? But he's going to go for the plant. Tomo coming through. Saiyajin with a Bucky as well. Coming through now. 2 members of Mapua University against 5. Can they take it? That's another Bucky kill here. And, oh, the Satchel Charge is not. It's actually going to send him to his death here. But Teji, can he fight it out against 4? Unable to. And with a Vandal, Fire Saiyajin just lights him up.
No surprises there, Hiron. Honestly, USC, they're taking control here. It's like Mapua is their puppets. And right now, although Mapua manages to get a couple of kills onto Mustang Warriors, it's simply not enough. You got Fire Saiyajin and you've got Beats onto that duelist leading the charge, and Ramen right behind them. It's no surprise that they cannot contain the synergy that San Carlos pushes towards them. You've got their utilities flying at the same time. And Ghost here with a great position, but unfortunately, that Ghost is a complete mismatch against that Vandal. Beats another kill, opening up the frags yet again with those first bloods.
Yeah, Ramen still, though, taking control of the top of that truck right here. Saijin is going to get revealed, but the Sheriff can't match the Vandal. Tomo planning once again. That's his role. Ramen gets a shot onto Kumaleo's head. Santi gets a frenzy kill. Can Ramen get the refrag here? Santi, they're pre-firing, but another headshot coming through for this Jet. That is tough for Mapua University. Now they're at 4. Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord, you said it perfectly right, Hiron. Honestly, right now they should really full stack either of these sides and hopefully play for a retake. They've got to play together because right now USC is picking them off one by one. Ghost earlier had the perfect position onto that double box, but the weapon mismatch with a Ghost going up against a Vandal. I mean, Fire Saiyajin already sensed it when he saw Ghost with the Sheriff. Wow, that's a little bit confusing. When he saw him with that, he was like, there's no way he's gonna win. He can't properly aim, and finishes him off with the Vandal. With that said, look at this USC right now, pushing in through B. You've only got 2 defenders here. It's gonna be really tricky for them to hold off the forces that are pushing in right now.
That seems to be always their game plan here. Just until it doesn't work, they're gonna keep going to B here with a 3 and 2 stack on each side on long and short. But Ramen here on his favorite spot, looking for a kill here with an Elder Flame. That is going to come through, shooting into that smoke just to catch anyone that's trying to fly by. But once again, Precision is planting, not Tomo this time. Wow, immediate Boombot destruction at this point, and the rest of Mapua is just stuck here. No one's coming through. The people are trying to come through elbow here, and this is actually the Ramen going to get taken down. 3 for 3. University of San Carlos faltering at this point. Mapua University able to get almost a retake, just need to take out the last member here. Tomo gonna get the kill. Can he get the clutch? No! And that is gonna be the defuse here for Mapua University. Spades, a spark here. Will it be their ace in the hand?
Honestly, they did exactly what they should. They worked together. That's it. They pushed into the site as a team and managed to drive off the remaining forces. I believe Ramen there was stuck at that corner, was doing a little bit of a jiggle peek. I didn't really see any sense in that. Should have just wide swing them at that point. They were already shooting in his direction, if you noticed.
It seems like that's his comfort spot here on B site, but now that that doesn't work, they're shifting their attention now to A. So let's see how that comes through. Actually, Spike is on a Ramen here. Might actually bait it out here along the B side while the rest of them kind of aggressively pushed up to A. Through baths, through showers. Gotta stay clean here. Will Saiyajin be clean though? Actually, he's gonna get out of dodge there. Not get caught by that beach blast. We'll see how Tiji on defense, just watching around B name there. Oh, sorry, A. My bad. Ghost right around the corner.
I guess one of the most annoying things about those paint shells is you can't actually destroy them. The only last resort you can do is run away.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point. It's less of a damage tool and more of like a get out of there. Flushing out tool, more like. And here, Ramen still in his favorite spot here on B, but he is gonna get punished by Santi with a wall bang. But Tomo, he's gonna try and recover that spike right down there. Can't go for the plant just yet. Has to get out of dodge, get into cover. Kumaleo is gonna be able to do anything. Tomo is concussed. Is it time for the swing here from Mapua? They will come through, but it gets traded. Kumaleo goes down. Tomo getting the headshot of Zerainer. And once again, San Carlos playing that even after Ramen goes down early. 2-0 at the end of that round.
Yeah, that was so unfortunate. Rolling Thunder was on point, but they were a little too late. Honestly, they should have ran with the Rolling Thunder. I think they hid in cover for too long. They should have went out immediately because as soon as those we were having fun in the chat earlier, they were referring to it as the tugs. As soon as that tugs hit the enemies, that's gonna stun them ASAP. So might as well take advantage of it. Tomo was stuck in it, and I think the Sova was also stuck in it, so it just lost.
Oh, they're gonna rush through to A here with a satchel charge going forward with a tailwind as well. Actually gets a kill on that. Oh, the flick onto the head of Teji. Ghost will get the kill onto Beat Saijin here. That's gonna get going. Precision is planting 4 against 2 here. Can the Breach of the Brimstone get this over with? Ramen doing the pre-fires on that just to make sure that nobody comes out of that. And they're defending this quite well. They are stuck around that side Other side having to circle around here, a little bit dangerous. Okay, he's looking for something. He's looking for ramen though, waiting in the wings, just guarding his angle. Farsigen though, ramen going crazy, gets a double kill on Sunti and Serena. Man, USC just going crazy here. Beats, Ramen, Fire Saijin, all of them. Sorry, I should have been calling him Beats, but the Saijin was the one that was capitalized. And it reflects in the stats right now. Top frag, Fire Saijin, Ramen, Beats. Meanwhile, Tomo and Precision, they're like the anchor for this team. They get their utility out, enable their duelists, and it's been working out quite well. Mapua University not being able to weather the storm.
You know, Tomo's actually really scary on that Omen. Sometimes he can frag out, but today he's just letting these three shine, as they should. With that said, I think we're going into a tactical pause since the match timer is not moving.
A little breathing room.
Exactly. I just want to talk about what Mapua should be doing. And honestly, as I said earlier, they should just be stacking the sites and play for retake, because they do have the capacity to play retake. It's just that they don't work together. In the times that they did win that 1 point against USC, that's because they charged into site together. They managed to take down Ramen quickly and Tomo, and that's all it took. Honestly, for him, USC, you can tell their synergy, and they're working perfectly well. Right now, we're having a display of their weapons. It's a weapon showcase, so ladies and gentlemen.
A little marketing for the skin line here for Riot. But I think you're absolutely right here. I think their comp is also kind of geared towards that retake that they should be doing. They even have Brim with ulti ready right now, which is a huge tool that they should leverage here. Especially, it is going to be tough here to get back momentum if they're on attacker side. Like I said, they chose to be defender side here. Let's see. The pause is still coming through. You were talking about
Yeah, I was talking about what?
Sorry, I was hoping the pause was going. I'm talking about like lore and Valorant and how Riot like puts in that effort. A lot of representation as well for our international friends here from all over the world. I'm hoping maybe Filipino agent soon, Pepega.
Honestly, yeah, they already gifted us with the Jet Revive Me spray.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they were thinking of a Filipino agent in the works. I think the only other Filipino characters we've had is probably in Tekken 7 with Josie Rizal.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it, you know, one of the big games. Yeah, that's it. But with that said, here's the opening. We've got a Tagalog character back into the fray.
I mean, we already have like POC representation in Ghana here, as well as Raze, but let's get going here. Pushing through window here. Gotta come through, actually rushing in Fire Saijin. Gotta get immediately punished by Zeraner and Sunti. It seems like they found their groove. 2 members of San Carlos left. Zeraner still being the vanguard for this side here, not letting them come through Octagon, or Garden rather. We're gonna have to see where the rest of San Carlos rotates around. They're still gonna try and go for this Garden. Tomo's kind of stuck here right now without his port, because if he pushes through that, it has to go through the teleport, and that will signal to Mapua that he is elsewhere on the map. A precarious situation. They do have less than a minute left. What will University of San Carlos do? I mean, they can't just like save this if they want.
Honestly, they can just relax a little bit. You know, not really rush and decide. They have a lot of room for mistakes here. So if they lose this round, it's not a biggie. But they should manage to take down at least 1 or 2 members in this.
Blocking Precision Death, but he is going to swing, though immediately gets dinked and actually tapped by Ghost with that Vandal. Tomo now, Lone Wolf, get that tripwire out, unable to get the kill. That's Kumaleo. He does trade onto Ghost, though. So that is a little dent in the economy of Mapua. We'll have to see.
Again, that was a good move for the side of Mapua now, because as soon as they pick off at least 2, if not 3, at least 2 members of the side of USC, that already somehow disrupts them a little bit, because they're not really sure what they should be doing for the rest of the round, and they just have to keep that going if they want to equalize this score. Because as soon as USC that 10 round W, it's gonna be more difficult.
Okay, Ramen trying to get some P-fires, get some wall bangs through that door through short. Yeah, Sunty's really playing with fire there, moving in and out, but they do have some time. So the rest of the team is pushing onto A here. Fireside and removing that tracking dart, gets a little shock dart to the face, a few bullets onto him as well. 35 left. He can, if someone gets a frag for him, with him assisting, he can get the Devourer. But for now, it's a little bit slower. McCoy University, though, now the others have not rotated. Here comes the Brim. Oh, it actually traps Ramen, and he is boiled alive. Ghost, though, also getting cooked, but that is going to be a rocket onto Precision's face, taking him down. Mapu University seems like they're going to find their groove, but it's going to be the Fire Surgeon pop off here. Gets that Devour, gets that overheal. He's in a very good spot right now. Meanwhile, Mapua, let's see how that raise. He is
out of one enemy remaining.
Bad spot there. Actually, one bullet is enough from the Vandal. Let's see how Fire Surgeon works for this. He is going to be planting at this point.
Spike planted.
If only you could have to shoot.
Yeah, yeah. He's just checking his corners, making sure everything's okay. But he's gonna get caught out. Actually, beats out Saijin at that range, but he's gonna get rebagged by Fire Surgeon here. So, University of San Carlos still in a very, very good position here. Meanwhile, Mapua kind of struggling at this point. Let's see where San Carlos pushes now. Round, if my math is right, round 10.
This is round number 10. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a little bit tricky to see.
Yeah.
You see a 7-2. Wait, that's 9.
So
and
that's
then,
9.
Right,
But that's
more.
yeah.
This is the current round. But regardless, right now outside of USC, they definitely have the aim skills and utilities for him here. Mapua, they have to catch up a long way, but so far getting 2 points has not been easy for him.
Ramen coming through. He does have
Ramen. Great job, TG does double box. Beats gets TG though. Fireside again back with a refrag. It's just back-to-back kills here. It's a 3v3 already, Hiram.
But it is going to be Precision trying to make something happen here around Lamps. Ghost is in there, and it seems like Tomo is going to be pushing in. We'll see how Ghost, he only has a pistol right now. Actually has a satchel charge right out of there. Meanwhile, there's so low HP on this Brim. One bullet is going to be enough. Actually gets a headshot. So even if he was full HP, that would have been disastrous. And Fire Surgeon finishes that round here for 2-8 total. Oh man.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt them like a lot, honestly. Just we've never really seen a major comeback that made any of these teams win thus far. We did see FIT. I think they went up against Teletigers. Teletigers was leading by a lot, and then FIT almost overthrew them. But Teletigers were like, nah, we want to win this game. And I don't think we'll be seeing any of those, comeback is real movements anytime soon. So for the side of MGS Spades, they just really have to contain USC right now if they want to at least alleviate that score. Because they're going to come back, it's going to be hard for him.
Yeah, Beats is going to be checking around around that point, but I think they're going to transition fully to B here, going through Hookah. They do find someone. Empress comes out. Fire Surgeon is going to go crazy if he finds a kill. Sun T, they got traded onto Precision here. Ramen will go for the plant. Fire Surgeon still hunting, still waiting around the wings here for these kills. Ramen with the blind fire into the smoke to cut anyone trying to go in. That's 2 against 4 at this point. Will he try and go for it? Fire Surgeon still, gets opt in the face. It is still going to be 2 versus 3 at this point. Ramen has a very, very good position. It is planted on top of this box. Very, very nice plant right there. Kumaleo throwing in those paint shells. Get a little bit of vandalism going on, but he's going to come through. Ramen gets traded by Kumaleo. Is it his time to pop off? He is the star player for the Mages, for MGS. Can he go for it? He has location revealed, though. Beats is going to go down, and now Kumaleo looking to... unable to clutch it. Tomo, like I said, he and Precision are the anchors to his team. If the 3 go down, they can pick up the slack.
That was really unfortunate for him. Ramen had perfect. In my opinion, Ramen didn't have to wide swing on there. Could have just waited, honestly. I mean, not trying to be a bad teammate or bait Beats there. But I mean, they didn't have to peek. Honestly, they had the advantage. The time was ticking really fast for them, and they really wouldn't have enough time to. Tomo was watching in
Are they
Gardens. But with
they're
that
gonna
said,
go
Ramen here, a
straight?
little bit angry, out with the sushi cutting knives. We'll be trying to get someone here, but Ghost already gets beats there in back.
Ramen's on the
Ramen,
hunt here with these knives. That Goombot is going to cut his Fury short there. Actually takes him a little bit of damage there in midair. Actually gets caught out there, but Humaleo gets that judge kill onto him. Fireside and Daryl. Oh, I'm hiding down these boxes to get a little breather, but he's going to get flushed out here by Santi. Gets the kill onto Zerner and devours that soul right there. He's in a good position still, but he's going to get pincered, but gets the headshot onto Teji. And Ed's going to be 10 points right now to USC in a very good position. Switching the sides now, Mapua University, can they stop this momentum? It is a pistol round. They have to win this. Otherwise, their momentum in the next 3 rounds is going to go down the drain.
Honestly, as I said earlier, no skill-wise, utility-wise, aim. Definitely the Mustang Warriors hands down. I'm just really, really impressed by how they stepped up this season. Because last season, this is not the same team. I think their record last season was only 2 wins and 3 losses, and now they're basically undefeated. If they win this game, it's definitely looking much favorable to them here. And Hua, it's not looking good for him. If they lose this one, it's a 1-3 scoreline, and I don't know. I guess they just don't have enough practice together because right now I'm not seeing.
Whoa, look at that,
USC.
USC.
With USC. And
They're playing attack on defense right now as Fire Cision with a frenzy gets a kill onto the Mapua University attackers. Santi is gonna get flushed out of here and a teleporter through. That's an easy lineup though, but can he finish it off? Santi able to take down Ramen. The flank does not succeed, but he is gonna get fragged down by Beats, and that's just one lone member here of Teji. Can he make it? He is planting here, so he has a view from that side, from Bats as well as from backside there. Just have to see. He knows where they're coming from, so he has to be ready for this.
You gotta love these camera angles, honestly. Thank you so much, production. It makes you feel like I'm watching an action.
Yeah, it's a movie scene right now. And can Teji clutch this out? He does have a view, but does not choose to shoot. Does not reveal himself just yet. But he does get the kill onto Beats and actually takes down Precision. Teji is going to come through. First round win here for the attacker side on Mapua. Can they keep the momentum up? Let's look at the replay so you can break this down in this game.
It's the trigger control for me, honestly. Look at that. He spots one and doesn't take his time to kill him first and waits for the other one to pop out. And right then in their position, taken by surprise, honestly. It didn't seem like they knew he was there, which was great for the side of PG. I honestly can't say anything else about it. That was perfectly done for.
Yeah, definitely. That could be the momentum that they need to at least make USC bleed a little bit. And if they can keep this up, they can possibly get a comeback. It's looking rough. As a caster, I can't say that they have a big chance of winning, but they do have that spark in them that I think they have that potential. USC seems a little less comfortable on defender side, but nonetheless, their skill is coming through here. A little bit patient on the defense. Aggressive defense actually coming in from USC, flushing them out, preventing them from entering through hookah, going through window. Maybe Mapua has to rethink their strategy here going in. They still haven't chosen a single site to hard push just yet, but they are eyeing A, which is only being defended here by Precision. And actually, they do get it. Take this A site here. And this University of San Carlos only has 2 members, but this, like I said, these are 2 of their top duelists. They can take this. Mapua University has to be ready, so Teji is going to go for the plant.
It's not gonna be really hard for them because they've got Bucky's up against Spectres, Fireside, Jin, and Ramen could have gotten those kills down there in B short, but unfortunately they couldn't because the range of the Bucky can only go so far.
Believe in the Bucky Altfire. Believe in the Bucky Altfire.
Bucky is the new meta.
Yeah. I mean, he still has his updraft. Actually, it would have been better if he had a tailwind, but here he has to make do with that updraft. Let's see if he can make a play with that Bucky, with only the Cloud Burst and a single updraft charge here. Santi, he's waiting. They have the cam ready as well. Actually, the teleport coming through. So Beats knows where the ass. Oh, Ramen follows and immediately gets punished with a headshot from the Spectre. Beats, yeah, that's gonna be the push round right there.
Smart play by Stunty there.
Oh,
Just left at
almost
the last
gets it.
minute, almost gets his head popped off, but great play for him. That was really good, honestly, on the side of MGS space. As you said, caster-wise, it looked really hard for him to get that comeback. But University of San Carlos, usually the case here is they get a little bit too confident, and because of that, it's detrimental to them. And I think that's what we saw a little bit there. Fire Saiyajin and Ramen got a little bit too confident, and that backfired on them. They they knew they had a weapon mismatch, but they still kept retaliating.
Sunty, he knows that someone is in there. Actually, come through the boombot delivery, through the teleport. Lear actually gets dodged out, gets into cover fast enough before the swing. Ramen trying to prevent anyone from going through Garden at that point too long. It seems like they are leaning towards the B site here, so it's going to be a 4v2 when they swing unless USC rotates here. Yeah, actually, Beats is going to go for the rotate there. Let's see, Mapua University, they're playing this patiently, but I'm not sure if they're playing this proactively enough right now. Oh, gonna come through. Gives USC a little bit of time there. Does catch off. Gets sight of Beats right around that hall. Pushing this slowly. Stem goes down here. Actually, no, Satchel Shard goes down. That's gonna be Ghost with the delivery. He is inside. Can he go for the plant here? Ramen gets a kill onto Kumaleo. It's really tough. Teji is going to go for the plant at this point. Ramen, he's looking for someone to take down, but that is going to be the smoke keeping him from just rushing in. Farsight looking for an angle. He's going to ring around a Rosie at this point. Maybe get the flank here, but they are being covered in the back by the rest of their members from Mapua University. They have a good position at this point. Ramen's going to go for the swing. Immediately gets punished. Teji going crazy, that Spectre. Keep going. Ural theft here coming out. Rather the recon vault rather.
Last player standing.
Position control. The last player standing gets a swing, but immediately gets refrag here by Ghost. Ooh, they're fighting back. The mages, the MGS,
honestly,
as they should.
It's great. They do not want to, obviously, and they're not gonna back out without a fight. They're not gonna give the easy W to Mustang Warriors. And if they do manage to defeat Mustang Warriors, it's gonna crumble them
big
upset.
upset.
Because right now they really want to keep that perfect clean sheet of no losses. It's gonna be incredibly upsetting for them. Right now, Mustang Warriors, they have the capacity to win, but going up against Mapua University, they also want to deny them that. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what's gonna happen for the last rounds of this game.
Yeah, Mapua seems to have gotten their groove here in the later rounds. It's like an RPG, Warriors are strong early, but MGS mages are strong later.
Right.
Maybe
They
it
finally
has the
did their side
storyline.
quests. They finally did their upwards.
But yeah, let's see if they can keep up the momentum, because one mistake and a wizard will go down. And that is not a spot that you want to be in. So Mapua University also already losing one member down there. Has to be extremely careful to go through. Ramen gets taken down by the shock dart. The Vandal finishing it off. Kumaleo gonna push in, get some fire into that hall. Will he go for the plant? Just yet position, waiting around the wings. He doesn't really have a weapon at this point. Gets blinded by that breach. They are still, they have planted here. Tomo is gonna go down. They did eco, so they didn't have a full buy, but Farsight here does yoink that. Does have that Vandal still. They can go for this retake. They do have control of the side. Kumaleo is going to get the frag on him. Teji is going to hit him down with a headshot on Farsight, and now Beats is the last one remaining. Gets gunned down by Kumaleo, so guys will go through that box, and that's going to be Mapua. This is actually looking doable for them. Oh dear.
I mean, Mustang Warriors, they had a big, error margin of, I say, and now is not the time to assume they still have that, because the scoreline, it's only 4 points away before Mapua equalizes with them, so they gotta wake up. Now's not the time to, throw around the game, or,
And you guys, you gotta show your support in the chat, guys, with a hashtag USC win or hashtag MU win, or is it hashtag MGS win? Either way, show your support, share the stream, and you can get a chance to win that Kovacs 2.0 key. Train that aim up. Be able to shoot out Raze's rocket jumping. before they land, you know? Because I haven't seen a lot of those in UAC, like shooting the rays out of the rocket jump while they're still in the air. I want to see that. Let's see though. Slow walking through showers. Maybe they can't catch Tomo here at this point. But actually, Tomo gets traded at that point, so it's going to be a 1-for-1. Mapua University. Oh, they have to make a move before University of San Carlos full rotates here. Come through the hall. And to make something happen. Ramen getting burnt to toast there. And Ghost gets the kill. Farsight actually gets a revive though, but oh my lord, he's coming through. Zyraner now taken down. It's going to be a 3v2 situation. It's a movie scene here. Lots of explosions going around. Farsight though, patient. He knows that Sunti's right around that box, but he's going to get... Oh, dodges the concuss. And actually, after the swing, takes him down, gets a defuse, and University of San Carlos, they're done playing. Going to make this 6-11. Mapua University now one step once again away from equalizing this. Oh, one step further, rather. Yeah.
I feel like I was just immersed in like some Michael Bay scene right there.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
no, is Optimus Prime gonna jump out of the sky now? But like, I mean that was great for this side of Mapua. You know, early refrag and bats, they got Tomo out, so the side of San Carlos, they didn't have any paranoid smokes, and the kill on the Ramen was perfectly done. Honestly, incendiary onto her position, and then we did have the raise spook her a little bit. But it was enough to cancel out their operator, but not enough to cancel out the rest of the team. So kudos to the side of San Carlos for being tenacious at that, especially the Hunter's Fury. That was a clip.
I feel like Beats already knows that, okay, Mapua's not pushing B site just yet. They must be at A at that point. That might be a read there from the San Carlos Warrior squad. But it seems like Mapua University not swinging just yet. They are going to go with a Rolling Thunder as well. Look at all these ults coming out from Mapua University. Tomo waiting in the wings, gets Bush, gets that in the showers. Teji goes down. Kumaleo, though, unable to clutch it out for his team, and Farsight is going to take him down like a pirate indeed.
You know, I'm honestly surprised that the OG beat Saiyajin fits into that username. Because I'm pretty sure it's only like a maximum character. But before we talk about that, look at this composition here. Easy 4K for the side of USC. Camilio manages to get one, but Farsight, hot as he is, finishes off the round with a kill.
It's match point.
Exactly.
Mapua,
So
they have to win.
We still have a chance at this, but it's gonna be incredibly difficult. And with that said, Saiyajin cancel that. That was unfair. You've got three of them looking at you.
He's gonna swing 1v3, gets a kill onto Ghost Devour. Actually, no, dismiss to get back into safety. Gotta get blinded though, but is still able to get the kill. Once again, a dismiss to get out of dodge. Crazy, but he does get still taken down by Zyraner. Ramen as well. Does get the refrag though, as Ramen needs to stay a little chill right now. He is going to get taken out by Teji. 2v2, both at full HP at this point. That is going to be Kumaleo getting the kill onto Tomo. One last guy. It is going to be precision here from behind. Who's the real defender in this situation? That's going to be Mapua. One step closer, but still far away.
Look at that. Farsight finally. So congrats to you, bro. You're first spot for our 30 with competition here. We're really happy about it. So, anyways, back into the game. USC, they a couple of room for mistakes here, but if I were to off as as they can. But for the side of Mapua University, very commendable what they've been doing so far.
Yeah. I mean, even if they end this 13-7, 13-8, that's still great against one of the unbeaten teams with three great duelists in the UAC. But they, of course, there is still a lot of room for improvement here. Kumaleo getting that.
They're such a big leader here. They managed to close it down too.
Ramen gonna get flushed out here. That's gonna be the charge used, not finding anyone. The operator is ready. Doesn't have the tailwind, unfortunately. That's the classic combo, right? Op shot into tailwind. Farsight gets that kill with a Vandal. One taps. Ghost looking for an angle with those paint charges. Paint shells, rather. For now, Mapua working with a one-player deficit. Two-player deficit now as Tomo gets gets taken down by Teji gets taken down by Tomo. Beats as well, running them down. It's gonna be 5v2, 1v5. Now can Ghost finish it off? No, it is gonna be University of San Carlos finishing this up 13-7. The MGS squad, they fought very well. And USC though, they're still undefeated.
Yeah, honestly, it's been good for the side of Mustang Warriors. So congratulations, University of San Carlos. They're holding a great record: 4 wins, 0 losses, and one of those wins was actually against champs Arcus. So I read about that the roster, they really leveled, and I have to. So
Mike's kind of cutting out there. So yeah, go ahead.
Great, and the side of MGS Spades 150, not a great for them. You know, it's they want to make, but so far they're not performing as well as they did last year.
Yeah, definitely not. And that's really the test. You know, that's really the test for collegiate esports organizations, is when a roster changes, how well can you hone that talent? And because it seems like USC, they have young, great talent, right? It was pointed out that Farsigen is a first-year student, and with already that amount of talent, it just gets better from there as you hone that talent, as he matures not only as a player, as a person, as a student. There's only one way to go, and that's up. As for MGS rather, they have to keep training, because I see the spark here. They just need to be more decisive in their decision making, and when they swing, when they go for these plays, because I can see that there's a lot of potential in this roster. Kumaleo leading the charge here. He's one of the better players on this roster, and he usually plays the Sova. So not often do you see a star player of a team being an initiator rather than a duelist, and I think they can really hone in on that kind of character.
Yeah, people have to realize as well that most of these teams, they don't really have coaches like other athletic sports. And
you guys need coaches.
I mean, obviously, it's always great to have coaches behind you to teach you the proper tactics, strategies, things like that. Like basketball, you know.
Because if you have a coach, if you have a coach, if you have a team manager, it lifts so much weight off of the player's shoulders that can focus on just playing and winning. Exactly. So that's super important. If you're an esports, collegiate esports org, or actually even a normal esports org, get a coach, get a team manager. They're so important to the structure of a team. But yeah, that's an aside. That's a very important aside. But that was MU versus USC. That's only our third match for today. We have another one coming, still going to be casted by Hyron, and my buddy here, Yusuke. Next up is going to be Valorant Archangels versus USC Teletigers, a classic league rivalry in AcadArena. Going to be meeting now in Valorant. So I'm super excited for that. And of course, University Alliance Cup wouldn't be a thing without our amazing sponsors and partners. USC 2021 is powered by Globe Telecom. Our official telco sponsor, Riot Games, of course, our publishing partner. The Devs Twitch student, our platform partner. Kovac 2.0 by the Meta, our official aim trainer. So we have that giveaway for the keys out there. And Valorant PH, our community partner. I can't stress this enough. In the Philippines, community is everything for esports, especially collegiate esports. But yeah, we'll be seeing you with How versus USD after a short break. It's been Hyron and Yusuke signing out for around 3 minutes.
Dear Mother, Light of the Home.
Dad?
Hey, baby!
Greetings, Professor Rodolfo.
May I be absolved from
Math Club tomorrow.
May Globe Virtual Hangouts kasi.
Go and hang out from wherever you are. Just open the Globe One app, choose an event, and click join.
Watch concerts online!
Woo! Dance together!
We can do quiz nights.
Yo, let's go! If you allow me,
I promise
To make it up to you.
And repay your kindness 10